Hello everybody and welcome to the 10th Amazon Advertising Weekly Update. My name is Florian and thank you very much for joining this session. I am a little excited because it's a little anniversary celebration time. It's the 10th time that I do this, and yeah, it makes so much fun to talk about Amazon advertising stuff and yeah, share with you the new latest updates and some thoughts on strategies. So yeah, thanks for joining, and I hope you will find something of interest in this weekly update as well. So first of all, let me know, where are you from? Where are you located? Let's get to connected. I want to know, where are you seeing this from? Are you located in India, US, Germany, like I am? By the way, I'm located in Lüneburg. That's close to Hamburg in the northern of Germany. And yeah, I'm looking forward to get to know you a little bit better. First of all, I have no huge update today because it has been relatively quiet last week. And of course, we could, well, Jeff Bezos will step down as CEO, but you know, I'm talking about Amazon advertising stuff. And yeah, we see a huge increase in Amazon advertising ad spend in Q4 last year. And yeah, I think close to or nearly $8 billion ad revenue that was generated by Amazon, more than a 60% year-over-year growth. But that's the main news. So that's why I thought maybe we dive into a topic a little bit more that is very important if you launch a new product on Amazon. So yeah, and this is why I want to share with you some latest PPC strategies, how you can actually use Amazon advertising to push a new product on Amazon, and how you can scale and increase your sales. And if you have any questions, then yeah, don't hesitate to contact me, or better, comment directly in this live stream so that I can interact with you. You can ask a question. I will try to answer it directly, and later, of course, you can send me a PM as well. No problem. So let's get right into it. Yeah, I will talk about today about a strategy, how to launch, how you should launch a new product on Amazon, and how you can use PPC, Amazon PPC efficiently. There are a lot of strategies out there. I want to give you my 2 cents, my outline on how I am doing this. And there are different scenarios, and I will answer some key questions today. So let's get into it. I share my screen, and here we go. So launching a new product, how to use PPC efficiently, and let's get into it. Well, first of all, there's a little agenda for the first time, I think, where we focus only on one topic. First of all, why is it a good idea to use Amazon ads for a product launch? I will talk about this. What phases of a product lifecycle are there, and how you should use your Amazon ad strategy accordingly to push and help your product within these individual life cycles. Furthermore, what are the different PPC strategies that you can outline, that you can use? And actually, one very specific question: how much should I invest in PPC to get started right away, and how much is it? And I will try to answer this as good as I can. And when will I be done with my launch phase? When can I just focus on my When has it ended, my PPC strategy, my PPC launch strategy? And I will talk about this as well. So let's get into it. Why is it a good idea to use Amazon ads for a product launch? And what we want to do when we have done all our product homework, like we have a good listing with a good title, good description, good pictures, all that is done. We want to be found on Amazon, right? And what we want to do with ads is we want to send traffic to our new product for the very first time, because otherwise it will be very difficult for you to get your views, your sessions on your product detail page. So with ads, prominent placements all over Amazon, and you are able to get traffic to the product for the first time. Second thing, why you want to use maybe this first traffic for the first time on your product. Of course, you want to get customers for the first time. You want to get reviews for the first time. So of course, with a good listing, you want traffic on this listing, so to get the flywheel going, right? You want good reviews, you want social proof on your product. So with traffic coming in on your product for the first time, you're actually starting the flywheel here, right? And another thing is, and that's very unique to Amazon, for the first time, you will be able to actually push your organic ranking with traffic and sales that are generated through whatever channel. It doesn't matter. It can be external traffic, or it can be Amazon ads traffic. So with Amazon ads in a product launch, you can actually push your organic ranking, and because with ads you will increase sales, and this has a positive influence on your organic ranking. And this has, so from time to time you will increase your ranking there. And another good idea is, well, you want to know, you want to have a product launch strategy to get new keyword and product targets in place. Because if you have done your keyword research to get your product listing right, you don't know all the keywords and all the products from the beginning. Even though you put in much effort into your research and a keyword research, you will probably don't get all the search terms, all the relevant keywords. So this is why you need to get to know what is actually driving your customers' search. And with, for example, auto campaigns, you can actually get to know that. So what product targets are driving, are relevant from an Amazon point of view, that forward your the traffic to your product detail page. Yeah, so actually the thing is, we want to get the flywheel going. And by the way, we have here Darwin from Philippines. Thanks for joining. And we have Lenny from New York. So actually, and I'm sitting in the middle, we have US, Philippines, and Europe. Awesome how we are able to connect on this platform. Thanks for joining. A specific question already from Lenny. You ask, when you say organic ranking, you refer to bestseller rank placement and search results for a specific keyword. Actually, depends on your strategy, right? So, what is it that you wanna push? Bestseller, becoming bestseller in the individual category, of course, makes sense, but you can also drive relevance for a specific search term in the same time, right? Depends on your strategy and what you try to leverage. For a specific search term, of course, you're very narrow in your it's pretty clear that you which search term actually you want to target and apply Amazon ads on. But overall, the better your product performs and the more sales you generate, the more positive it will be on all placements, on all ad placements. So even though you're not targeting the specific search term and the specific keyword, it will also influence the organic result for a specific keyword or search term. So I hope this helps. Okay, let's get into the next slide. What phases of a product life cycle are there, and how are we able and how should we tackle these individual product life cycles with our Amazon PPC strategy? Because there are strategies, right? Individual strategies for individual life cycles of your product. And to get an understanding why what a good entrance strategy for a new product is, we should understand what are the general phases that we see that there are. So a very simple graph here, and you see your product life cycle. Your product will go through a launch phase, a growth phase, maturity phase, saturation, and decline phase. It can happen very quickly and can happen throughout several years, totally individual. But it will walk through all the different phases. And in each phase, you will make individual revenue. You will increase the revenue of your product over time, and it will decline in the end. And at the same time, my strong suggestion is that you not plan to make profit with this product at the beginning of the launch. It's a different phase that we are talking about. You will be break even after the launch phase. You will start being break even after the launch phase. And you will enter the growth maturity phase. And then you will make a profit with ads with your product. Let me explain this in more detail. So let's have a look on this phase here, the first phase. We call it the no ACoS phase. And I know there are different people out there that say, okay, from the beginning, from a product launch, I'm able to hit the ACoS goals that my customers set, for example. Or I have a 10% ACoS all the time, it's awesome. No, it is not. It is not, because if you don't invest heavily in new targets, in auto campaigns, and all this stuff, you may miss a future opportunity for good placements, because you don't know all the competitors, all the targets, all the product placements of your new product. So this is why in the first phase, we call it no ACoS phase. You don't look at the ACoS. It's important to push your product to get an organic ranking, and also to generate relevant search terms, relevant keywords, relevant product targets. I will get to this in a second, what I mean with this. Furthermore, then, if you have enough, your ranking is good, it's increasing, you have a lot of good search terms and keywords, then you will start entering the transition phase. You will become break even. I suggest you have to become break even. Otherwise, you will get broke. But what you should not do is try not to kill your campaigns immediately. You should soften, slowly transition into this phase. So lower your bids stepwise. Watch that you don't lose too much traffic, too much sales. So you'll be break even with your ads here. And the last phase, that's the maximize profit phase. You set the right bids on the right targets for maximizing your profit. That's the end game. And we want to enter this phase as quickly as possible, but it needs time. It can happen in 2 weeks, it can happen in 1 week, and it can happen in 4 weeks. Depends on how much you invest in the beginning and how fast you are in adapting to new keywords, new product targets. And what I want to underline here is you need to run different PPC strategies along individual product life cycles. You have different bids in place in the first phase, different bids and targets in the second phase, and different bids and targets in the third phase. And actually throughout the phases, you need to adjust immediately, fast and data-driven. And I do this for the first time because it hits and it fits so perfectly well into this live stream here. But we do this full automatically with our tool that we developed. I am co-founder, co-CEO of ADFERENCE, and we developed a tool for that. If you want to know more of how you can automate all these processes, send me a PM. I would love to show you what we have developed and how well it can boost and scale your ads. But that's it. Let's go again to the weekly update here. So what are the PPC strategies that I can try to push and that I should follow? First of all, the one extreme case that I want to outline is the sponsored products auto campaign only strategy. What you can do is you have a new product, you have a great listing, and then you just use your sponsored products auto campaign 100% from the beginning. That's it. Nothing more from the beginning. You will immediately look for new keywords. That's the aim here, right? For new keywords, for new product targets that you can then later forward into your individual manual campaigns, set individual bits there. But you start with this. That's an extreme case because actually we know already some good keywords that we can target, right? Specifically, and we want to push individually. So the other extreme case is you start with sponsored products manual campaigns only. So you only push your main keywords, you only push new keywords and targets that you come up with throughout the process, research. And this is the other extreme case. And actually this is not what I suggest as well, because of course you are not harvesting new keywords. There are good placements, good keyword targets that you don't see, that you don't target. So I cannot recommend this. What I can recommend is combining this, right? From the start, sponsored products auto campaign as well as a manual campaign from the start as a product launch. Put your good keyword targets, your good keywords, product targets in your manual campaign. Be more specific, aggressive. You know how much to bid there. You did your calculation, set this there, but at the same time, combine this with an auto campaign that has maybe lower bids than your manual campaign keywords. But you want to be looking for new keywords, new product targets that you can then exclude, take from your auto campaign and put them into manual campaigns. So this is an recommendation. I would always start with both campaigns in place because you already know some keywords and you don't want to miss additional new keywords placements on the way. So this is what I would recommend. And then of course, if you want to push this even further, you can go and of course at the same time launch a sponsored brands campaign, launch sponsored display campaign, use DSP or even external traffic. If you want to, play the A game and do even more traffic at the beginning, you can do this. But before you do this, I would recommend you get your sponsored products auto campaign and manual campaign in place. And of course, your individual targets you can then put into your sponsored brands campaign, and the product targets you can put into your sponsored display campaign individually. So yes, this is what I would do. So, and now one of the final questions that are out there: how much should I invest in PPC to get started? And actually, I can answer this pretty quickly. It's not how much you invest. And that's not the right question. The right question is, how much do you need to invest to hit your goals? And how long should you invest? This is what is important. And you need to answer this question. So it's not the question is not how much, but how long until you hit your goals. And to be able to answer this, you need to have goals, right? You need to have goals. So for example, you need to push with your auto campaigns as long as possible until you have a sufficient amount of good keywords in place. And actually, you should do this continuously. I will never kill an auto campaign. Although I have a lot of keywords out there, but I don't have all the product targets. There are weird ways how people can find my product. I will always have an auto campaign running. And and pushing with manual campaigns at the beginning is also good. And how long should you do this? Until you got your ranking in place. This, you push it, you don't look at your ACoS, you look at the budget, but until you hit your ranking goals. And of course, all this only is true if your listing is great and is awesome. That if this is not working, then you can just leave the Amazon PPC game. Get your listing right, and then you get this right, and then you start pushing, right, and then you got starting to kick off the flywheel. If you don't hit your goals, invest longer or readjust your goals. If you don't have any money left, well, then the goals were just not able to, you were not just able to hit your goals, right? So then you need to readjust your goals. So actually it's not 1,000 euros, dollars, whatever, 100, it is how long, whatever it takes, you need to invest. And you need to invest as long as you, until you have hit your goal. And if you're, yeah, and that's the main story here, right? And now the last question that I want to answer is, when will I be done with the launch phase? And actually, if you listen carefully, you already know the answer, because actually, what is very important in this launch phase, that you explore, harvest continuously new targets. And of course, this launch phase is 100% of your traffic and importance at the beginning. But if you pull this onto the next level, actually your launch phase will never end. It will end when your product has died, because you always have to look for new product targets. You will always have to look for new keywords and keep the organic ranking pushing all the time, as long as your product lifecycle is as long as your product is alive, and as long as the overall profit calculation makes sense for you, right? So actually this launch phase will never end, and you should continuously and see this as an investing. Amazon Ads is not just, fire and forget. It is a continuous invest in data. Get the data, download the data, understand the data. And so this is why it is so important to don't be done with this phase and just focus on your main keywords. Right, so this is what I want to outline here. Yes, I think that's it. And we're done for now. I look at the questions. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. And if you haven't done yet, of course, you should follow me on LinkedIn, so you never miss a LinkedIn live again. I will do this. I'm doing this on a very regular basis on Thursdays, 5 p.m. Central European Time. And yeah, I hope you found what you have been looking for. And I wish you all a good rest of the week, and see you soon. Bye-bye.